What's up, y'all? For those of you that don't know me, my name's Oceana, and this is going to be part two of my tattoo tour. So, if you missed the first video, definitely go check that one out. I basically went over all the tattoos I've gotten from just different artists in like the Oregon, Washington area. Yeah, I think all my tattoos are from Oregon and Washington. Yeah. So, yeah, if you missed that one, go back and check that one out. I'll have it linked below. And this one is part two, where I'm just going to kind of go over all of the art that I've gotten from my main artist. Her name is Emily K. She's awesome. I'll put her handle right here for IG. Definitely check her out. She owns her own shop, which used to be called Vertigo Gallery. They changed the name, and I'm not going to lie, I don't know the new name. I will insert it here, though. And in my defense, I don't know the new name because I haven't gotten any tattoos from her since like 2022, and she changed the name like after that. But yeah, here's the info, and without taking too long of an intro, let's dive in. So these are not in any order. I'm just gonna kind of roll through them. But yeah, she did I have some feathers behind my ear, which I will insert a picture so you can see it better. But yeah, she did my feathers, which I absolutely love. I honestly, Emily's awesome. Not to, not trying to like go get tattoos from her or anything, but she is awesome. Her customer service is fantastic. She's really good at like taking like your ideas and meshing them with like what would work on like your specific body, your this, that, the other. I love her. I plan on getting like all my tattoos from her from here on out. So yeah, anyways, she did my feathers. I love those. And then she also did my whole back piece. So if you've seen part one, you already know the birds at the top, as well as like the never forgotten, and then the butterfly that's like on the bottom. Those are not her. I already had those existing pieces. But my cherry blossom tree she did. This is not the finished project. Finished project? Finished product? You know what I'm saying. This is not it finished. This was the last piece we were working on right before I got pregnant, and then I took a break from tattoos, and I haven't been back since. I need to get it finished, but this is what it looks like right now. I love it, but I can't wait to get that piece finished. I do plan on probably keeping that piece black and gray, I'm thinking. And yeah, y'all, and side note, why does the back hurt so bad? Back hurt so bad. Like, my like top of my shoulders and like everything at the top, piece of cake, walk in the park, I can get that tattooed over and over again. But the spine and the lower back, ow, it hurts so bad. Like, I feel bad for her because like I already don't sit very easy for tattoos, but that one I'm like, oh my gosh, like it was not fun. I'm excited to finish that piece, but at the same time, because of how much it hurt, I am also not looking forward to finishing that one. Sorry, Emily, I'm a squirmer. Okay, anyways, so yeah, that is my back piece. Can't wait to get that one finished. She also did this one here, which is just like a little like Magnolia branch. She originally had like a design here, which I liked, but I just felt like it was like missing a little bit. So I went back to her for another appointment and just kind of asked her to like fill it in a little bit more. Because I wanted the piece to kind of like flow into like my next piece, if that makes sense. Which of course she did, because she's amazing like that. I love the way it looks. The original piece looked good. I just felt like it looked a little disconnected from this piece. So she kind of like filled it in for me. But yeah, so there is that one. This piece was pretty easy to get to, not gonna lie. Nothing too crazy. And then she also did my sleeve, so she did everything. And in case you haven't seen part one, she didn't do the peacock feather, but everything else, she did. And originally, I was just gonna get, the mermaid, which I'll put here. But I was originally just gonna get the mermaid and get it just as like a half sleeve. And then we were doing an appointment and one day, and she's like, you trying to go for a full sleeve? And I was like, yeah, like, let's do it. So, like, she kind of helped me fill in everything else, which was pretty cool. And I just really like how she kind of blended it all together, because, like, I definitely got everything in pieces. If you didn't see my first video, I can't sit for tattoos for more than, like, 2 to 3 hours at a time before I, like, lose my mind. So she's awesome, because I was basically like going to her for a few years. I want to say like 2 or 3 years, maybe 2 years, I want to say. But I was seeing her every like I don't know, every like 2 to 4 weeks for like 2 years, just for a couple hours at a time, so I could get like all my pieces in. Because if it wasn't for like going that way, I don't think I would have as many tattoos as I do, because ow, they hurt. And if you haven't heard me say it already, I don't sit very well for tattoos, at least not for very long. But yeah, so she did my mermaid, which I absolutely loved. And yeah, so after the mermaid, I'm going to kind of go out of order here because for some reason, I took the pictures out of order and I just don't want to get confused. So we'll come back to the sleeve and I'll explain like the rest of the pieces there. But she also did my thigh piece here, which I absolutely love. So that one is basically like, I'm sitting so you can't really tell, but it basically goes, if you've seen part one, it goes from like where my rose tattoos are on my hip and it kind of just goes all the way down. But yeah, so there's a picture of that one. I got sunflowers. I'm a Leo, and so the August flower, the Leo flowers, the sunflowers. So I got some sunflowers, and then we did some like more random florals, down below. And then the lyrics on there are from, I don't know if y'all have seen the musical Rent, but there's that song in there that's like, I'm not gonna sing it to y'all. I'm not gonna sing right now. But yeah, it's basically lyrics from that, and it says, "There's only us. There's only this. Forget regret, or life is yours to miss." And I just love that because honestly, I don't feel like it needs an explanation, but I just feel like we've all done things in our lives that we could, technically, regret or this, that, the other. And I just feel like regretting things is like just such a waste of time. I feel like we live and we learn, and I feel like as long as you're always trying to learn from the experiences and, your decisions, even if they're not the best decisions, I feel like that's still a win. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just feel like spending time regretting things is a waste of time. But that doesn't mean, that we shouldn't be learning from them, because obviously we want to always be better people and stuff like that. So anyways, those lyrics always stuck to me, and so I got them tattooed. So yeah. But I love that piece. I love the way it looks. I love how she shaped it to my body. And yeah, so not going in any order. Then on the back side of my legs, like right under my cheeks, I have Wild Child. I don't think that really needs an explanation. I'm wild, and I'm always going to be young at heart, young in spirit. So yeah, I got the Wild Child tatted. I love the hearts that she did for like the dots above the eyes. Yeah, so I love that tattoo. And then next, so this one is like right below my, I'm sitting so you can't see, but this one's like right below my sunflowers, and then my Rent lyrics down below that. We did a owl with a dream catcher. Basic, I know, but I love it. I think it's super cute. I love the way it turned out. So there's that one. This one too, I felt so bad for her. My leg was just like shaking like the whole time she was tattooing me. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, are you able to tattoo me like this? She's like, you're okay, girl. And like, not gonna lie, I'm still to this day impressed with how clean it looks for how much my body was just like quivering while she did it. Like, I was like, I'm trying to keep my legs still. I'm sorry. But yeah. So I love that tattoo. There's really I just got it because I wanted it. There's no meaning with that one. Then she also did my finger tattoo, and this one, she's so awesome. She's probably went over this like 5 or 6 times. Basically, like whenever I'd go in to get other pieces, it took a while to get it to stick. It like kept fading. And so, at this point, I haven't went over it in like, since I said I haven't been tattooed since 2022. So yeah, it's like stayed on pretty well. I'm digging it. Yeah, but yeah, just a little cute moon. Wow. A little cute moon. Yeah, I'm a night owl, so, I had to have a moon tattoo. So, yeah, there is that one. And then, let's see here. Okay, so then we also did like this little lotus flower right here. So this is like, I feel like the rest of these are just kind of going back to like what I have on my, yeah. So the rest of this is just kind of explaining like what I've got going on this sleeve here. And remind you, we did do it in like pieces. So I started off with like the mermaid, and then I did this part next. Ooh, I'll post it up here. But yeah, just like a cute little lotus flower. And I'm not gonna lie, I love the way it looks because I just feel like it doesn't look like your like basic like the same lotus flower everyone else got. I feel like it's like a bit different. Yeah, and I just really like the way it kind of like flows into everything else. But yeah, so we did that. This piece was 100% her idea, my little pirate ship, and I love it because honestly, it got to a point, like I said earlier in this video, I didn't originally plan to do a full sleeve on this side. So like as we started adding stuff, like I kind of when we got to this part, I'm like, I don't know what to do there. Like, what do you think? And she's like, we could do a ship. And so yeah, she just drew something up for me, threw it in there, and I love it. It's super cute. I love the way it goes with like everything else. I've got like a little ocean floral sleeve going on, but yeah, I love it. And funny thing, I originally wanted this sleeve to be black and white or black and gray, I guess you can say. And yeah, I just remember one day she's like, "So are you planning on doing color?" And I was like, "What do you think?" And she's like, "Let's do color." And I was like, "Hey, whatever you say, like let's do it." So yeah, I ended up getting color. Now, originally when I got the color, I'm not gonna lie, it was so vibrant. It looked amazing. It looked amazing. But I got it and like, I'm not gonna lie, I felt weird wearing certain colors like red or this, that, the other, or like certain patterns. I don't know. It just felt like, I think it's like my OCD brain. I just felt like it would like clash. And like, I was just like, oh, like, I don't know. But as it's like faded and maybe I just like got used to it. Now I wear like all colors and I love the way it looks. And it's just a part of me now and I love it. I will say though, color tattoos. So like as I'm sure you've noticed, most of my tattoos are like black and gray or like black and gray with like a pop of color. So this is really like my only like big colorful piece. And I feel like color tattoos, they are more sensitive in the sun. Like when I go out in the sun, I like to tan, I like to be outside. My other tattoos don't really seem to ever have a problem, but the color tattoo, sometimes I will get like a sun rash over it. So I gotta be a little careful with this one. Keep the sunscreen on. I try to, keep it out of the sun a little bit more than the rest of my body. But yeah, food for thought. If you're considering like color tattoos versus black and gray, the color tattoos seem to be more sensitive in the sun. So there's that. So yeah, there's my pirate ship. Let's see here. And then we also did this piece right here. Y'all, I was so scared to get this part of my arm done because it's like right in my crease. I'll post a picture here. But it like, it hurt. I'm not gonna lie. It hurt. But I'm happy we did it because like, it looks good. Like, yeah. I like it. But yeah, it's a little peony flower, super cute. And this was another one that I kind of just let her kind of like put in a flower, put in a design, whatever she thought looked good, and then we did that. So yeah, I love that. And then I also have another flower on the back of my arm here over by my elbow. Y'all, I was so scared to get the elbow tattooed. I remember asking Emily, I'm like, do we have to tattoo the elbow? And she's like, well, no, but it might look a little weird. And I was like, okay, just do it. Tattoo the elbow. Yeah, I dig it. I'm glad we did it. It looks good. There's the flower on the back. But yeah, and then I think that's like all my tattoos for the most part. Yeah. And then basically at the very end, I don't remember if we did it when we did the flower. It might have been a separate appointment. I can't remember. It was years ago at this point. But yeah, then when she went in with the blue just to kind of tie in the whole like ocean theme and like kind of bring the whole sleeve together and like make all these like separate pieces turn into like one big piece. And then yeah, that was the finishing of the sleeve. I have no idea how many appointments I did though, because I feel like with the mermaid I probably did like 2 or 3 appointments, and then I did this in a separate one, this in a separate one, this was separate, this might have been separate, I can't remember, and then I did the whole like blue tying it together as like an appointment as well, and then this wasn't even done by her, the peacock feather. So it took me a while to do it. Kudos to those who can sit for like 8 or 9 hours and just like bang out their tattoo, their like sleeve tattoo in like 1 or 2 days. I cannot. I cannot. But yeah. Anyways, that is my tattoo tour. That is the pieces I've got now. Next up, I plan on, as I was telling you, I want to finish my back piece, my cherry blossom. And then the piece that I have missing, let's see if I can put my leg up. But I have like this space right here that's like missing, and me and Emily have plans to finish it. Like she had an idea, which I'm not going to share yet. But yeah, we have ideas on like how we're going to connect that piece. So that way I've got like my whole like side of my leg is just blasted. So I want to do that next. Those will probably be the next two pieces that I finish, my back and then my leg, and then I'll start some new pieces after that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. There is my tattoo tour. Once again, here's Emily's info because this whole video is just all about her art. So here's her handle. This is the shop that she owns. And yeah, definitely check her out on IG. She's amazing. Emily, if you watch this, thank you so much for being so patient with me, being amazing at what you do, and I can't wait to get tattooed from you again. And everyone else, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.